Gotta love it when I start recording a video and realize over halfway through that my microphone's been muted the entire time. So it's at this moment I try to decide, do I just start over on the video, or do I keep going here and let people know that I'm human and make mistakes like everyone else? Screw it, let's keep going. But y'all missed my great idea of how I would have done the island system on this game. Okay, so what I was talking about, I guess to myself because I was muted, was I have, a thought on how I would have done the island system, made it a little differently. I would have made it to where you need to hatch X amount of eggs per island to unlock the ability to get to the next island. So, like, you go to island 1, you have to hatch like 100,000 eggs, and then you unlock the ability to go to island 2, and then you hatch 100,000 eggs there, and so on and so forth, all the way up to island 129 where we are now. Another thing I would have done would have made it to where you can only trade for pets from islands that you have unlocked or lower. So if you only unlocked through island 5, then you can only trade for pets from island 5 or lower. I think it's a brilliant idea. Of course, a lot of folks won't agree. But let's face it, a lot of folks can't hatch on the top islands. But they have teams from the top islands, and they're top classes because of what they've been given. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it would have made the game, I guess, more worth working at. And with the islands where you have to unlock them, I think that there should be 2 separate event areas. One for the noobs down here with like mediocre pets that are cheaper to get. You know how like they always start it where the first event eggs like 100 of whatever, candy canes, hearts, eggs, whatever they have going on at the time. And then the next egg's like 200 or 250 or something like that. Well, I think they should make it to where, they can get their pets down here for like, first egg is 50, second egg 100, third egg, 200, whatever. And they should leave the higher priced ones for the second event egg that's only available to people who have passed the top island unlocked. Toobock, please pet. Here. Reaches out my hand. Rubs head, says, "Good boy." There, I pet you. Oh shit, time to go. Alright, 178 million. Getting close. 3 sabers left. And then I get to work on biggest baby metal fan. Yay! That's my new thing. When people say please pet or pet me or please pet me or whatever, you know, I see it done every kind of way. I have this bind that I set up. You know, let's see. I have it saved here, so I just copy that and then I paste it. So I just Control V it, reaches out my hand, rubs head, says, "Good boy, there, I pet you." And that is my response to please pet every time now. Well, you can use Google Translate. Saw this dude, you know, speaking German earlier. Good boy. It's the only part he knows. That's funny stuff. Can I please have pet 2BloxOrNot2Blox? Sure. There you go. That's a bad spot to be standing there. Oscar Storm. Look, quit being a greedy puppy. I'm not petting you again. It's like when you're watching TV and your dog won't leave you alone because he wants attention. This boss has become laggy. Now my hopes for the next update, I hope they come out with a new island, new pets. I hope they do not come out with a new class, but they do come out with new sabers. I also hope that they fix the leaderboards and come out with a currency past KU. I consider that a great update. I think it's time to change servers. Bloop. Two sabers left. Alright, let's find a new server. Alright, while we're waiting, let's get Toobock out of here. We'll get the ion boost. How much time we got? 35 seconds. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Sucks so much that you have to constantly hide pets. Someone joins or equips a new pet. Oh, this sucks. Too many people on this boss. One left to go. And I need 105 million to get there. I'm gonna server hop, because I don't think I'm gonna get 105 million off of that boss. Refresh. We'll go here. I'll just leave Toobock out of it until I need Toobock to finish it. Laggy or not, I think I was better off in that other server. Not the last one, the one before the last one. But to be fair, this wasn't a full boss for me. Alright, let's go one more. The biggest problem I see with some of these players that, oh come on, you're gonna crash on, don't do this. Okay, this server's crashing. Poop on you, server. It's supposed to be my last boss. Okay, as I was saying, the biggest problem I see with a lot of these players that they have good teams, but they're not max class, or they're not at a good saber, or whatever, is the fact that they don't want to grind. They think that they can achieve, top stats on the leaderboards and stuff like that by trading to get there. Or maybe they just want to get the best pets in the game before they start actually putting work into the game. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, you ask me, it's like, oh, I want to play the game, but I just don't want to actually play the game. Doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, everyone would like to have better pets, but there is a surefire way to get them. You can, I think that's the exact same server I was just in. In fact, I'm almost certain of it. Let me just refresh. Like, hey, I can't hatch because my crown stats are only 160 million and they're not 260 million. I mean, thousand, whatever. It doesn't matter what your crown stats are. Unless you're actually grinding crowns, you're never going to be able to hatch full time. And there's only one way to grind crowns. You have to put in your time on the boss. Over and over and over. And it's boring as hell. It is. I know how boring it is. I've done it on 4 accounts. People's like, well, hey, I have decent pets, but I can't. I'm struck. What the? Did y'all see that? Boss like tripped when he landed. Anyway, it's like, hey, I have decent pets. I'm grinding bosses, but I'm struggling. I'm stuck on this class. But they have a 30 fire level. It's like, okay, well, I mean, it's telling you right there above your head what your issue is. I mean, at 109 fire, I struggle myself to get stuff worth having off of this boss. And I know some people might be sitting here looking at this going, but you get so much off the boss. Yeah, well, you should see me do it on Toobock. See how much I get on Toobock with these same pets. It's redonkulous. Fire level does make a big difference, and yes, grinding fire is super boring. But you want to get better at the game? Get better fire. And yes, it takes time. It's not something where you can donate a day to grinding fire and expect a big difference. All these people that have real high fire levels, unless they scripted to get theirs, they put in some effort to get it. Whether it's in a fire grinding group or, actively farming fire or AFK farming fire. We're talking months and months of just sitting there doing fire and only fire. And so depends on how bad you want it. You got to put in the work. You have to put in the effort. In other words, you have to actually play the game to get good at it. Alright, finally. Finally. Max Saber. And with Toobock's team, I'm at 186 kj per click. Now, to put this in perspective, with this class, with this saber, and with these pets right here, the difference between 109 fire and 412 fire is Toobock gets over 600 kj per click. So, it's there for the taking. You just have to go get it. It's like someone saying, hey, you know, there's $1 million 2 miles down the road, but you have to walk to go get it. And them standing around saying, I don't want to walk 2 miles. Hey, can I have $50? I don't know if that's a very good, accurate representation, but to me it sounds pretty similar. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Remember, have fun at whatever you're playing. And if you're going to play something, actually play it. Till then, I'll see you around, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.